Hello and welcome to Patriot Stadium for today's boys soccer matchup that features the number 7 ranked Mendham Minutemen and your 3 ranked Patriots of Wayne Hills. Alongside Jake Tallarico, I'm Noah Sandler as we bring you this matchup. This matchup today is the Patriots' second playoff game this season and the third for Mendham. Wayne Hills beat Morris Hills on Tuesday with a score of 3-1, and Mendham beat Roxbury with a score of 4-1. So Jake, for today, who's your key player?
My key player for today is Wayne Hills' goalie, Luke Trenacost. Last game he had 5 saves. He played a great game overall, and on the season he has now 47 saves. I thought he's been one of the best players on this team the whole season. He just played great throughout the whole time, and in the playoffs he showed up the best last game. What about you, Noah?
Yeah, my key player for today is Gabe Catania. He's a junior. Last game he had a goal, and he has 1 goal and 2 assists on the season. But he isn't that big in scoring and assists. But something really big that I've noticed out of him is those little passes, and he's gotten a couple of breakaways, and he's made some nice passes that contributed. Whether it's a few passes away from a goal, but those are the passes that you need to get to the net and score a goal. And going into this game, Mendham was ranked the 7th seed going into this bracket, and they're kind of the dark horse throughout the playoffs so far. They had a major eye-opening 4-1 win over the number 2 seed Roxbury, and this is not going to be an easy game for the Patriots, but I think both teams will be strong on defense. But for this game, my prediction is it's going to be a very close game, but I think Mendham may have the edge and get the win here, but it's going to be really close. Both teams are going to be playing really hard. It's going to be heavy defensive game, and this is going to be a good 80 minutes coming up right now. And just want to point out the starting goalies for both of these teams. The starting goalie for the Mendham Minutemen is George Caprius. He's actually a sophomore, so it's only his second year in high school. He's the starting goalie. They have three possible goalies, but so far this season, George Capris has 56 saves, and the other 2 guys each have 9 and 5, respectively. And as Jake said earlier, the starting goalie for Wayne Hills today is Luke Trenacost, who has 47 saves so far in the season. So both are really good goalies. It's going to be a tight game, and we're about to be underway, and we're just waiting for Wayne Hills to break the huddle. They have now broken the huddle, and Mendham will get to start with the ball. That'll be number 21, P.J. Ryan, senior. He's a midfielder. Thumbs up are given, and waiting for the whistle. And we're underway here at Patriot Stadium for this playoff semifinals matchup. It's now passed around between a couple Patriots defense players. Able to keep it in bound with Spolin. And now that's out of bounds. Baker to throw it in, but that's intercepted by Wayne Hills. But here comes Bolin yet again. And the whistle's blown.
It looked like a handball there. All the players on the Patriots noticed that right away.
Yep, and now Patriots got a kick here. And that's Glicksman. That's passed between a few Minutemen defensive players. And the whistle's blown yet again. It'll be Mendham's ball now. Kicks it far up the field down the left side, but that goes right out of bounds, and now it'll be Wayne Hills to throw it in yet again. Now it's passed between a couple of Mendham forwards, but they weren't able to keep control, and Wayne Hills kicked it right out of bounds. Now throwing it in is Baker again. Intended for Cilio. That goes out of bounds again, and Baker is going to throw it in once more. That goes to Chasson. Whistle's blown.
Very conservative, both sides so far. Really haven't gotten too far. Pretty slow game.
And that's kicked up by Glicksman. Now Catania passing it around to a few fellow players. And that's way out of bounds on that kick by Antonio Terranova, who didn't start the game the other day, but it seems as if he is starting today. A goalie kick here by Caprias. Now that's passed between a few Mendham players, but that's intercepted by Antonio Terranova, and that's over to Shoes. He's looking for Samaniego, who then finds a few other players. Samaniego again on the ball, passing it to Torelli. And now Cat with the ball, looking for a shot, but then he's tripped up and then the whistle's blown.
Yeah, pretty aggressive. So the Patriots are now just becoming aggressive, getting the ball down here. It looks like they're going to get a kick, I think on goal.
Yeah, it seems as if they have a free kick here. And that will be Cat, as he was the one that was tripped up a few seconds earlier. So you can see the Minutemen players kind of making a wall there. Looks like there's 4 players in that wall. And now we're going to have Cat with the kick. Oh, and it was almost headbutted in by Samaniego, but that was a nice stop there by Caparis. He got the initial stop, and then Samaniego there with the headbutt, but it did not succeed to go into the goal.
Yeah, missed opportunity by Hills right there. Waited one more second, and that ball would be in.
And now Caparis kicking it out to Baker, who finds Cilio, and then that's out of bounds. It looked like it was out of bounds on Mendham, but it turns out it was out of bounds on Catania of the Patriots. Now it's PJ Ryan with the ball, passing it between a few other players, but now Samaniego gets possession yet again, but it does go out of bounds. And now La Rosa is here to throw it in for Mendham. He passes into a fellow player, but the Patriots defense kicks it out. We have Aslan Cat with a little bit of pressure here. Now it's passed between a few more players in white, and that's kicked up far to Cilio.
That was a great save by Luke there.
Yep.
If he doesn't get that, that could be a goal.
That was a nice stop there by starting goalie Luke Trentacost for the Patriots. Now it's passed between a few players for Mendham. And that's Samaniego back to the corner to let it go out of bounds. Oh, it looked like he was trying to let it go out of bounds, but it turns out it's now Mendham's ball. Mendham's going to throw it in. Oh, there seems to be some confusion. Oh, yes, it is still Mendham's ball, and PJ Ryan, the senior, will be there to throw it in. Oh, that was a little bit dangerous there. That was Jake Hecker, who missed that little kick there to stop the ball, but lucky for the Patriots, Luke Trentacost was there to make the save. What could have been almost a bad miscommunication and own goal, as it did touch off of Hecker before it got to Trentacost. Now it's passed back and forth between Wayne Hills and Mendham. That's Samaniego on the ball, fighting with 2 defenders over there. But Mendham does get the ball back. Nice defensive play there by the Patriots, as they almost just got a slight breakaway, but they did not succeed.
Yeah, it's just the balls like blending and look like China Lions.
It's passed between a few Patriots players. It's Aslan Cat with the ball, who had a few breakaways on Tuesday against Morris Hills, but no goals. And now he's up by the goal. And it was a nice, easy save and catch by George Caparis. Mendham passing between a few defensive players. And now deep. The Heckers there on defense to stop it.
Pretty good passing so far by both teams. Playing a little conservative on both sides, but Hills is getting a couple shots on goal, even though they missed opportunity earlier.
It's now passed between a few more Wayne Hills players. That's Samaniego on the far side. It's tripped up. Now it's Mendham's ball. Now here's Mendham, the first real opportunity, but then that gets blocked up by the Wayne Hills defense. There's Terranova on the ball, but it does go out of bounds, and the referees are going to call that a Mendham ball. We have number 11, Cilio, to pass it in. Colin Baker over the Bolin. Back to Cilio.
That could have almost been a goal there for Mendham, as one of their players down there just missed the ball. They were going for the header. Probably would have been a goal, but they just missed the ball.
Now we have Daslevo over on the far side to throw it in. And that was intended for Shoes. Now a Wayne Hills player is down as he got tripped up. It looks like
Aslan Cat.
Yeah, it looks like Aslan Cat. He's really a star player for this team with the most goals so far this season. But last game, he got a few breakaways, which was great for the team, but nothing was able to be produced out of that.
Yeah, he's got 5 goals and 5 assists in the season. 2 assists came in the last game, which helped his team push over the top of Morris Hills, winning 3-1 last game.
Yep, and now it's passed up the field, intended for Catania, and following it right to that sideline is Catania. And now there's a little bit of fighting between Catania and Baker. But then that does go out of bounds on Baker. And we have number 9, Ryan Shoes for the Patriots to throw it in. Almost a headbutt goal there, but does not go in. Now it's passed over to Chasson, looking for a breakaway. Is number 12, La Rosa, passing it over to Cilio. No, excuse me, that was PJ Ryan there on that final shot there, but the defense was there, including number 5, Antonio Terranova, to stop that up.
Yeah, PJ Ryan looking for his 8th goal right there. Just missed it, got caught up by 2 Hills defenders.
Now we're just under 10 minutes into the game. So far it's been a pretty, there's really been no one team who's been dominating so far in this first 10 minutes, but now we have Luke Trent Cost, the goalkeeper, to kick it up. A little bit of substitution. John Pavlich came in, and I'm not sure which player just went out. I believe it was Aslan Cat that just left the game. Oh, excuse me, no, it was not. I'm not sure who just left. And now the ball's passed between a few Minutemen players. And on the far side of the field, kicked in over the Cat, but it's called offsides. That would have been a nice breakaway there.
Yeah, he had one man to beat Aslan Cat. Just the goalie, if he could have got around him, which it looked like he almost did, but the the whistle was blown before he had a chance to even shoot.
Yeah, Cat looked like he thought he was not offsides, but it turns out, according to the referee, he was. Now it's passed between a few more Minutemen players. Now coming up the field is McLeod. Now that's passed over the Cat, who's looking for another breakaway. He has a little bit of help with him this time, but he chooses to take it himself. Now it's no longer a breakaway. Now he passes it up front. And now it's a shot by Giancarlo Torelli, but it goes just high. And there was no goal there.
Just missed it. Just missed it over the top. If he waited another second, like the Hills has been a little too jumpy on their when they're shooting. One more second, and that ball's gonna go right in.
Caparis passing it over to his fellow teammate of the Minutemen. Now it's passed over to Cilio, who gets it over to Baker, and then over to Bolin. Now Wayne Hills has possession of the ball again. It's Ryan Shoes passing it back over to Torelli, but then that's intercepted by number 13 of the Minutemen defense, Colin McLeod. Now it's passed back between a few of the defense, and it goes back to Luke Trentacost, who passes it then over to Josh Desliva. Back up the field. It looks like it just stayed in bounds over there on the far side of the field. And driving it up is Van Velden of the Patriots. But he is then tripped up, and that will immediately be called. Not sure if he's injured. He's down on the field.
Can't tell if he's injured. He might just be winded.
Yeah. He's getting back up. That's the first time we've heard his name so far in the game. Looks a little... Yeah, he was just winded there. He's walking up on his own power with no limp, so that's a good sign. And now it's Torelli on this kick here. And he kicks it up and over to Cat, who takes a shot, but it goes just wide to the right. That was a nice setup there. Right idea, but it went just wide.
Yeah, just missed it again. He needed a little more hook inside of that.
Now, Caparis passes it over to his fellow teammate, Colin Baker. Now it's in possession by the Minutemen defense. Far up the field it goes. But both players there, including PJ Ryan of the Minutemen, gets tripped up. And it looks like a Wayne Hills player is down. I'm not sure what player that was.
Almost looked like it was head-to-head contact. Maybe it looked like one of the Mendham's defenders jumped up and the Patriots defender did not. And maybe his shoulder went right into his head.
And that's number 20, John Pavlovich, on defense, who's a senior. Yeah, I believe that is number 20 down there on the far side. He's being looked at by a Wayne Hills athletic trainer. And the clock is stopped at 24 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the first half.
He did sit up, which is good.
He's still down on the field. And he's helped up by the trainers. He is able to walk off on his own, but he will take a seat. And I'm not sure which player will be coming in for him. But he does take a seat on the bench now. And it looks like, yeah, I'm not sure which player is coming in. But anyway, it's Mendham's ball, and now it's passed around between a few players. And the shot was taken by Peter Bolin, the senior, but it goes wide to the right. And now Luke Trentacost looks like he'll kick it up Now that's kicked up. And it was intended for Ryan's shoes. But now it's passed between a few more players. And up to Torelli. And that ball does stay in bounds. And Torelli got tripped up there, but there was no whistle on the play. And now it's Mendham with the ball. Up the field. Intended for P.J. Ryan. Then that goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that ball was just sitting in bounds. Torelli was trying to keep it in, and then eventually 2 Mendham defenders came in and stopped them and kicked the ball back downfield.
And it'll be Josh Hasleva on the throw with 23 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Wayne Hills' ball with Torelli. Start with it. And he kicks it in. And that's over to Cat, who passes it back over to Dasleva. Dasleva tries to take a shot, but it's blocked up by a couple of Mendham defenders. And another shot was taken by Ryan Shoes. And Catania passed it up front, intended for Dasleva. It looked like they were trying to make a little bit of a play out of that, but nothing came of it, as the pass was just too far ahead of Dasleva.
Yeah, Catania put a little bit too much on that, a little bit less. You could see a shot on goal right there.
Yep. Now we got Caparis, the goalie. And now that's out of bounds on Mendham, and it'll be Wayne Hill's ball. Looks like Ryan Shoes will be there to throw it in for the Patriots. It's passed in, but Mendham has the ball now. Oh, but that's it. That pass was intercepted by Terranova, who's looking for Cat, and Cat takes a shot, but it's just blocked by the Mendham goalie, George Caparis. That was a very nice save there by him.
Yeah, it looked like number 13, Van Velden, actually missed that at the end of the play, but another great save by the Mendham goalie there. And Cat had a good shot, an open shot. Looked like he fell down with it, but seems like he's also complaining about the call.
And now it's passed between a few Mendham players. And that's up and over to Schultz. And now that's back over into the Patriots defensive zone. And then that ball goes out of bounds on Mendham, and now it's Wayne Hills' ball. And throwing it in right now is Antonio Terranova. And then that ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, not sure what he was trying to do there. Completely kicked the ball out of bounds to no one.
It'll be a goalie kick by Trent DeCoste. And now that's kicked up. Intended for Shoes. And then that ball goes out of bounds on. I'm not sure who that was out on. It'll be Wayne Hill's ball. Ryan Shoes to throw it in, as we're about halfway through the first half here. 19 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Now he passes it in. The whistle's blown. I'm not sure why it was blown.
Might have been offside again. Looked like maybe on Torelli there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Now Mendham. Number 24, Jack McLeod to kick it. Now that's passed over to Baker. And over to McLeod. There's two McLeods on this Mendham team. Jack McLeod, the sophomore, and Collier McLeod, also a sophomore, so the two of them must be twins. And now Cat is tripped up and the whistle's blown. Torelli to kick the ball. Looking for an open man. Now it's kicked and out of bounds. So it'll be a Mendham goalie kick.
It's multiple times. Hills has had an opportunity down here to get the ball near the goal and have one of their guys get a shot, but either the ball's going out of bounds and they're just missing their passes on both sides, Mendham and Hills. Missing their passes that are costing them opportunities to get shots on goal, which eventually produce goals.
Yep. And now it's passed between a couple of Minutemen players. And now up the field intended for Chasson. But now coming up with the ball is also still Chasson, and now that's kicked out of bounds by Hecker just to break up the play.
That's a great play right there by Hecker, just to get the ball out of bounds, because if he misses that you could see another shot on goal there for Mendham.
Now Mendham with the corner kick. Not sure what player that is over there in the corner. Now it's kicked up, and that's saved by Trentacost. And he holds up, waits for his teammates to get a nice spot on the field. And he punts it up. And over to Cat, who finds Torelli. And up the field looking for Catania. And that was broken up by Tyler Cilio. But now we have a shot by Terranova. That almost went in there because there was Caparis bobbled the ball.
That was almost scary for Mendham there. Caparis, the ball started rolling off his chest. Luckily, there was no Hills players there.
And Terranova has 2 goals and 3 assists so far in the season, so that would have made it his 3rd goal of the season so far. But it does not go through. Now it's passed between a few more Mendham players, and he's tripped up.
Yeah, it's an obvious trip there by Hecker, just to stop him.
Tripped up is number 21, PJ Ryan. Now at the spot of the foul, Ryan to kick it in, but that ball goes just wide. Now with 15 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the first half, still no score here. It's been a pretty even game by both teams so far in this half.
I agree. It just both teams are missing their passes, which are missing their opportunities to score.
And now that was that's Leva on the kick, but that was broken up by a defender of the Mendham team. And now it's passed between a few more Patriots player. That was over to Catania. And now it goes up the field. But then that's stopped by Caparis. It looked like the Mendham defender was just trying to get it to Caparis just to get a stoppage of the player, else that could have been a goal and a breakaway for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, Cat was right there. If that ball is not headed, you could see a goal right there.
Yep. Now tripped up is Prince, but then that ball goes out of bounds, and the refs are calling it that it's Mendham's ball, and throwing it in now is Colin Baker. He's a junior. And now it's back to Blixman, who's just passing it back to Trentacost just to get a little bit of a break in the play. And Trentacost passes it over to Hecker, but that was almost intercepted there by Cilio, but he got tripped up. And the Mendham fans over here in the bleachers are not too happy about that play, because that would have been a very nice breakaway for Mendham.
Yeah, Hecker sold that right there. Just falling over more.
And they were down one defender on that play because Hecker got tripped up. Here's Torelli. Tripped up, and that goes out of... Oh, it does stay in, but... Torelli got tripped up.
Looked like he got directly pushed in the back by number 1 there, PJ Ryan.
Yeah.
21.
Now kicking it up is Glixman. And now there's a shot there by Dasliva, but then that was stopped by Caparis. Now Caparis rolls it over to Baker. Excuse me, that was McLeod. Now McLeod passes it over to his teammate on the far side of the field. Here's PJ Ryan with the ball. But then that was a very nice breakup by number 16, Manute Singh. That's the first time we've heard his name so far in this game. And now that ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Wayne Hill's ball.
Only about 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Still pretty conservative on both sides. Missing opportunities throughout this whole game.
Still no score. We're about 3/4 of the way through the first half. And now throwing it in is Dasliva. Still waiting for the okay from the referees.
Looks like a Mendham's player coming off the field. Ryan.
Yeah,
is that
seems
number
like
14?
Ryan. No, that's number 10, Ryan Schultz over here coming out of the game. It looks like he does have a little bit of a limp on the sideline. He's holding his right hip. So we'll see if he will enter back into the game. And now Torelli intercepts it and passes it over to Singh. And then here's Cat. And Cat passes it over to Torelli. And over to Samaniego. Then tripped up with number 12, Josh Dasliva. And like I said earlier, the Mendham fans over here on the bleachers are not too happy.
Yeah, I agree. It looked like he was kicking the ball, and then the Hills defender ran into it. I agree with the Mendham fans on this one, actually. But let's see if Hills can capitalize on their opportunity with their kick from the far side.
And I'm not sure what player is kicking it over there. It looks like it may be Cat. Not quite sure. Yeah, it was Cat there on the kick, but then that ball looks like it's going to track to go out of bounds. But nope, Cat is able to keep it in, and then now it's back over to the Wayne Hills defense. I don't know why he was holding up so long, and he passes it right into the feet of Cilio, and then bringing it up the field is Mendham. And Samaniego kicks it out of bounds.
Missed opportunity for Mendham again. They couldn't hit their passes, but at least they got the ball now on the far side, and I don't know what the Hills player was doing, kicking it right to the Mendham player.
Yep. Now Mendham is here to pass it in. I'm not sure what player that is over there, but there's Chasson with the ball. And oh, that was a nice opportunity over there by Branganza Osman. He got a nice shot there, but Luke Trentacost was there to stop it.
What a save by Luke Trentacost, getting down on the ground, grabbing the ball. Another missed opportunity for Mendham.
Yep, and now he kicks it up to midfield. Now it's over on the far sideline and over to Singh. And over to Dasliva. Pass between a few more Patriots players until it gets intercepted by Mendham. Here's Cat with the ball. He finds Catania, who's wide open. Catania with the ball now. And that goes back to number 16, Manute Singh. And there's Dasliva. Now Singh is bringing it up the field. Passes it over to Dasliva yet again. And now that's blocked up by the Mendham defense. Now Mendham gains control of the ball. But, oh, not yet. Torelli is making a play there. And passes it back over to Dasliva. And over to Singh. And now it goes back to defense to Jake Hecker. But then that kick by Jake Hecker is intercepted by Tyler Cilio. And there's Glicksman over there back on defense. And now it's back over to Terranova, who gives it to the goalie Trentacost to make a play. And now it's kicked up to center field, and now was intercepted by and blocked up by Colin Baker of Mendham. Gets tripped up, but there's no whistle there on the play. Tripped up again is Singh. And here comes Torelli with the ball. Torelli kicks it over to Cat, but it's going just long. He is able to keep it in. And he's looking for an open player. And Cat takes a shot and he scores! Aslan Cat with the goal goes just past the goalie, George Caparis, and now it's 1-0 Wayne Hills with 7:57 to go in the first half. Some celebrations here by Aslan Cat on that nice goal, and his fellow teammates. He brought it in for himself. He did have some other options of other players to pass it to, but he saw the option for himself and he just took it.
That looked like Giancarlo Torelli had that great pass from midfield, got it all the way down. It went in the end zone, just about to go out. Aslan Cat saved it, did it all himself, and got that perfect shot on goal. Now that brings him to about 6 goals on the year, and that would bring Giancarlo Torelli for his 4th assist on the year.
Yeah, it's a very nice goal. And that ball goes out of bounds, and now it's Patriots ball. With just under 8 minutes to go here in the first half, it's 1-0 Wayne Hills. Now passing it in is Terranova, who goes over the Cat now. And gets pushed down. And now Mendham with the ball. But that's picked off by Torelli, who passes it over to his teammate Catania. Now Catania was over there looking for Samaniego, but couldn't get anything to come out of that.
Yeah, back to that goal. Hill staying aggressive for about 5 or 6 minutes on that. When they got the ball on their side, they just kept going, relentless. And now with about 7 minutes to go, they have a 1-0 lead. Now
it's passed up by Mendham. That's over to Cilio. And now over to Chasson, who is on a little bit of a breakaway. Chasson up there. Looking in the middle for Cilio. That would have been a nice shot there by Cilio. But that ball goes out of bounds now with 6 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the first half.
There goes another missed opportunity for Mendham. Just missing the ball. They're missing the ball It was a great breakaway right there, but they're just missing the ball. And now passed in by Wayne Hills.
Yep. Now it's passed between a few Wayne Hills players. And that's Shoes on the ball. And that's over to Torelli. And Torelli passes it back over to Dasliva. Dasliva kicks it up the field. Intended for Shoes, but then that was broken up by a Mendham defender. And now we have a substitution as number 10, Ryan Schultz, is coming back into the game after being injured earlier. But he does seem like he is okay. He's coming back into the game, and coming out is Cameron Osman, there. And now it's thrown in by Dasliva. And that ball is kept in by Cilio. Now it's passed between both teams. And Hecker, intended for Catania, passes it up. But now it goes back. And now that's stopped up. A nice save by Luke Trentacost there. He did have a couple of Mendham players who were looking to get that shot. But once he covers it, it's a dead ball. And now he could kick it in with 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the first half.
Yep, Mendham may see another opportunity here.
They have these opportunities, but it hasn't been going their way so far in this game. But it's a very low-scoring game. Still plenty of soccer to be played. Here's Catania with the ball, but now it's passed between a few Mendham players. And that was a shot taken by Schultz. And the Mendham fans are not too happy at this moment.
The ball goes out of bounds there, but there's going to be a couple arguments after the game from these Mendham fans with the referees. Throughout this first half, they've been complaining. So have the players.
Yep, and now it's still kept in the Patriot zone by Mendham. Now here's Singh, bringing it up the field and passing it on a breakaway. Now is Kareem Zirban, but that ball goes out of bounds and out of play.
They had a breakaway there, but the whistle got blown anyway. Wouldn't have meant anything.
And now that's passed in by Mendham to McLeod. And now for the Patriots, it's Singh with the ball. Passes it back to Glicksman. And over to Jake Hecker, the defender. And now up the field coming is number 17, Zirban. One of the first times in the game. Mendham fans aren't too happy because he was pushing and shoving a couple of their players. Now Mendham with the ball, passing it over to number 11, Tyler Cilio. And now back up the field and over to PJ Ryan. And now that's stopped by the goalie, number 31, Luke Trentacost, the senior. And now that's over to Samaniego, who passes it then over to Ryan Shoes. Shoes again with the ball. And to about midfield, and there's Singh and Catania. And now take it back to their own zone to regroup for a second. Here is Torelli, looking for an open player. He kicks it up the field, and he does find number 9, Ryan Shoes. And over to Catania. That gets broken up by a Mendham defender, but Terranova comes in to keep the ball in to the zone. Now Mendham with the ball, yet again, bringing it up the field. And now that's Schultz. bringing it up the field. And now that ball is stopped by the goalie, Luke Trentikos, with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go in the first half.
Only about a minute left to go in the first half.
Now Luke Trentikos kicks it in. Pass between a few Mendham players, then it goes out of bounds. Cilio to throw it in. And now it's passed between a few Wayne Hills players. With under 50 seconds to go. Here's Terranova. There's Mendham coming to make one final push before the end of the half here. And now here, upcoming Samaniego, who kicks away far down the field for Zirban. Then the ball goes out of bounds. So Wayne Hill's ball with 21 seconds to go in the first half. The clock is winding down. They're looking to get one final shot on goal here. Here's going to be the final opportunity with about 10 seconds to go. Throws it in. And nothing will come of that. And now that is the end of the half with Wayne Hills up 1-0 against the Mendham Minutemen. So Jake, what are some big things that we've seen so far in this first half?
I've seen great defense by both teams besides that one goal that Mendham has allowed, but missed passes, both sides. They have missed their passes, but Hills finally got it clicked in with about 10 minutes left to go in the first half. They got that final goal, which put them over the top, which I think that changed the momentum in that last 10 minutes. You just see it between the players. They just have more confidence when you score a goal. I like the way Wayne Hills has been playing. Mendham's been playing well too. Just their goalie. He had a couple. The ball was rolling off his chest after he saved the goal, which is another thing Wayne Hills can capitalize on. And the clean game by Luke Trentikos so far. What about you, Luke?
Well, it's been a really good game by both teams. We've seen some nice shots by both teams. Both goalies are really great. So this second half is going to be interesting to see what exactly happens, what Coach Bailey and Coach Russ Raffi and Lindsey Shartner for Mendham draws up here for the second half. So it'll be an interesting second half here at Patriot Stadium. So we'll see you then. Well, that's the end of the first half with the score of 1-0 with the Patriots up. Don't go anywhere. Second half action when we come back. And welcome back to Patriot Stadium as we get ready to start the second half here with Wayne Hills up 1-0 against the Mendham Minutemen. So far in this half, we've seen some great plays and we've seen a great half by both of these teams. We had the one goal so far in this game has been by the Patriots player, Aslan Cat, number 7, the senior. He's definitely the star player of this team. He's gotten a bunch of breakaways last game, and then one of those, he got a nice shot from an assist by Torelli there earlier on in the half. So it's been it hasn't been too eventful in terms of scoring, but it's been, and there's really been no one team that's really been dominating. Mendham's been playing a great game. They've been getting some nice shots, but Luke Trenticas has been great in goal. And so now for the second half here, Jake Tallarico, our other announcer, is going to be doing our play-by-play, and I'll be doing color. So, Jake, take it away.
All right, here we go, starting off the second half with Torelli with the ball. Passing off to number 12, Josh De Silva. Patriots taking the ball back onto their side. Passing it upfield, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Mendham ball. They're throwing it in. Pass in the middle, and it is stopped by Luke Trenticas. Looks like he'll pass it out to one of his teammates here.
Something quickly I just want to point out is that the winner of this game will be playing Wayne Valley or Montville. As of right now, Montville is up 3-0 at the half against Wayne Valley. They are home. They're the 1 seed, and I believe Valley is the 4.
Passed up to number 2, Gabe Catania here. Passed around some from Mendham players. Stopped by Torelli. Torelli has it. And then it's passed back to Tucker on the far side of the field. Passed up to midfield, and that ball goes, looks like out of bounds. Most likely on the Patriots. Oh, no, it will be Patriots ball. Passing it in. Oh, saved from going out of bounds. And that will go out of bounds again. And that will be Mendham ball as they throw it in quickly. That was kicked by number 21. It looked like, what was that? PJ Ryan kicked out of bounds. Now it should be Patriots ball again. Only about 38 minutes left to go in the second half. As the Patriots are going to pass it in here. It is headed and dribbled around, and that will go out of bounds again. And that would be Mendham ball. Passed in. And that is going down, and maybe Tucker can stop that. Dribbled around in the end zone. Tucker, looks like Tucker will kick that one out of bounds.
Yep, that was Jake Hecker there to kick it out of bounds, and now
should be passed in by Mendham, number 10, Ryan Schultz. Passed in. That is number 21, PJ Ryan, who has the ball. Now Torelli. Passed around some from Mendham Frederick, trying to get closer to the goal to maybe get a shot here. Number 14, Colin Baker has it. It's kicked towards the goal. And Ryan, and there is a goal for Mendham. I could not tell who actually scored there.
That was Ryan Schultz, the senior, with the goal there. It does actually sound like there may be more Mendham fans here than Wayne Hills Patriot fans, as they pretty loud cheer erupted here at Patriot Stadium after that goal by Ryan Schultz. And now it's 1-1. Tied here at Patriot Stadium with 36 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second half.
Yeah, Luke Trenticas tripped right there, and it seems like everyone just mangled up, and they Ryan Schultz, he ended up getting the ball in the goal, and now looks like Cat is gonna kick it off here. Torelli kicked it downfield, kicked up in the air by Mendham defender. Kept in bounds. A little fight over there. And that ball's going to be out of bounds. Patriots ball. Ball will be thrown in here. And is headed out by a Mendham defender. And that ball goes out of bounds. It should be Mendham ball. As the whistle is blown. Oh, switching sides. Now it will be Patriots ball. Looks like the ref in the middle actually changed it. Dribbled around by number 7, Cat. It's like just keeping it in bounds on the far side of the field. Surrounded by Mendham defenders. And that is kicked out of bounds. That should be Mendham ball. It will be a corner kick for the Patriots here. Looks like number 4, Torelli, will be kicking that in. Kicked in the middle. And the whistle is blown. It will be kicked back to a Mendham defender. Now kicked back up to the field to number 12, Tim Rosera. And the ball goes out of bounds again. It will be Patriots ball, passed in by number 12, De Silva. Pass downfield for the Patriots. Looks like trying to get a little aggressive here. As number 24 on Mendham, Jack McLeod, pushes number 7 on the Patriots, Aslan Cat. And they actually call that on Aslan Cat. I did not think that was on Aslan Cat there. It looked like Aslan Cat got tripped up. 34 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the second half. Now kicked down the field by Mendham. Number 9 on the Patriots, Ryan Schultz has it. Pass over to Torelli. Torelli has it, going down the far side. Looking for a teammate. Kick to a Mendham defender, and Torelli has the ball again. Looks like the Patriots are going to reset here. Take the ball back.
And sometimes you just need to kind of get a reset when you're on offense and you guys are getting tired.
Number 21, oh, and he's tripped up. Great pass by number 2, Catania there over the middle to Cat. Now the Mendham defender has it. Pass over to number 10, Ryan Schultz. Headed by a Patriots defender. And it looks like Hecker's in a little scuffle down by... The whistle is blown. Hecker was down there defending, and it looked like him and an offensive player for Mendham got into it. Just like started tripping each other, and then the ref called it. So now it will be Patriots ball. So Mendham fans do not agree with that call. Ball's kicked downfield. Number 5 on the Patriots. Kicked downfield by Mendham. They're down the far side. Looks like number 22, Will Chasten, kicks it down the middle and is headed by number 12, De Silva, and is kept in the middle. Looks like number 2, Catania, is trying to get this ball out of here.
The Mendham fans are not too happy here about a couple of calls, a couple of trips.
No, definitely not. As Torelli passes it to one of his teammates on the far side of the field. It's kicked downfield by Torelli, and looks like Cat is down there, and the ball goes out of bounds. Not sure who that was out on. Looks like it might be Patriots ball, and probably a corner kick here from Cat. Yes, it will. It'll be a corner kick from Aslan Cat. Aslan is their leading scorer with he has 5 goals and 3 assists on the season, as he had a goal in last Tuesday's playoff game versus Morris Hills. Trying a little trickery with Aslan here, and makes a shot and goes over the goal as it looked like it was headed by a Mendham defender in the middle there, but it was definitely a good shot by Cat. Good play design by the Patriots, trying to get their best player a shot on goal. And it looks like it'll be another corner kick here for the Patriots as the ball went out of bounds. This would be Giancarlo Torelli, number 4, kicking it in. And the ball goes in the middle, headed out by a Mendham defender. And now passed over to number 9 on the Patriots, Schultz. Pass back to number 13 on the Patriots, Van Velden. And he's down, and nothing called there as the ball goes out of bounds. It looked like both players kind of collided, but this should still be Patriots ball as they're being a little relentless, but the Morris Hills defense is standing up to them, as now this is the 3rd opportunity for the Patriots down here, as another corner kick is coming in from number 4, Torelli.
Yeah, Torelli's pretty good at these corner kicks, so they keep using him for them.
This ball goes in the middle, kicks it shorter. Number 2's down there for the Patriots. Number 4, Torelli has it again. Hits in the middle, and it's headed by a Mendham defender. Torelli's trying to do some trickery over here, and as he gets tripped up, and it will go out of bounds. It should be Mendham ball. Great stand by the Mendham defense down there. That was 3 times the Patriots had an opportunity to get even close to the goal. Nowhere close. Their defense really stood up down there. As now Mendham has the ball on the close side here. Looks like number 12 kicks it out for Mendham. Number 4, Torelli, has the ball, trying to find an open man. This ball goes down the far side. Looks like number 14, Colin Baker, was covering the Patriots player. And the shot on goal, and is saved by the Mendham goalie. It was a pretty easy save, a routine save right there, but it's a good shot. Needed a little more action on the ball. The ball kind of just rolled up to the goalie there. And it's kicked into the middle. Hit around a couple times by some Patriots players trying to get the ball back downfield. Back to number 2, Catania. Number 16 has the ball now. Minute sign. Has the ball again, minute sign. And then back to Torelli over the middle. It's like passing to Catania. Catania trying to make a move on the defender right here. Got no one really moving around the field down here for the Patriots. Back to Torelli. Back over the middle. And the whistle is blown again. It looks like number 24, Jack McLeod, was on the ground there. I think a Patriots defender ended up tripping him up. Now he'll be kicked out by number 24, Jack McLeod.
Yep, Wayne Hills has been getting some nice opportunities so far in this half, but nothing has really come of them. As goalie George Caparis has been playing amazing, and so has the defense of the Minutemen.
Now on the far side of the field, the ball is kicked out of bounds. And it will be Mendham ball. No, it should be. Okay, there's a substitute for Mendham. It looks like number 4 is coming in the game. Sean Prince, and number 7, Peter Bowen, is coming out. Ball will be passed in by number 21, PJ Ryan. Looking for one of his teammates. Throws it over the middle. And number 9 on the Patriots, Ryan Schultz, is having a battle down there. Gets the ball out. Passes it to Catania. Catania hits it downfield. And now they looks like Mendham will reset and bring it back down to their goalie. Dribbling upfield, trying to passes it to Catania, the wrong team. Number 12, De Silva, passes to Schultz, passes it to Catania, and that should be out on Mendham, and then that will be Patriots ball. They passed in by De Silva to number 12. No, this will be passed in by De Silva. Passed into number 9, Schultz. Patriots staying aggressive down here as the ball goes out of bounds again, and looks like Catania will throw that in to Cat. Shot on goal going down. Oh, and his save. That was a hit out by number 14, Colin Baker.
Yeah, like I said, these opportunities have been great, and one point or another, once you get enough of these, one of them has to go in. Because at some point, George Caparis will let up, and it'll just be a little bit of a slip, but any goal is still a goal.
Now it's passed around. Oh, and it looks like passed up to Catania. Might have almost had an opportunity there, but it looked like number 21, Hecker, actually stopped it. Now it's passed downfield to Cat. It's passed up, but a great pass. And looking to get a shot on goal, and it goes in! That's a goal! Looks like it'll be number 13 for the Patriots. That will be Evan Van Velden, and that would be a great goal for him right there. What a shot!
That was a very nice shot there. He did have a couple of open options up in the front, but none of them were good enough for him, so he just took it himself, and he got that goal. Now, Wayne Hills is up 2-1 with 25 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second half here, and it's a very exciting game here at Patriots Stadium.
That was a great shot by Van der Velden. Just stuck with it and had a perfect shot. Got it right past the goalie. And now the Patriots up 2-1. Pass downfield. Right to a Patriots player. As Catania is playing defense. Ball passed around by a couple of Mendham players. Looks like they're trying to be a little aggressive here. They really need a score, being down 2-1 now, with Torelli having the ball. Now it's taken back. And is kicked downfield. And now it looks like number 10, Ryan Schultz, is hitting in the middle, and then now it is hit out by a Patriots defender. It looks like Hecker is looking for the call there, as he was hit by a Mendham player. Now a corner kick for a Mendham player. Trying a little trickery, what the Patriots did earlier. It's over the middle, and it's hit out by a Patriots defender. Catania has the ball. Kicks it downfield. Oh, he had Cat down there, but what a great play by the Mendham player. Now number 9 for the Patriots. Ryan Schultz has it, passes it off. Ball's now on the far side of the field. Trying to make something happen. Now passed over to, looks like number 13, Collier McLeod. And that is number 21, PJ Ryan gets hit. They don't call anything there for the trip as the ball goes out of bounds, and this should be kicked in by Luke Trenacost. Yes, this will be a goalie kick from Luke Trenacost with about 23 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the second half, with Hills leading 2-1. Ball kicked near midfield. Mendham trying to get something going down near the Patriots goal. There's number 4, Torelli, with the ball. Past the Cat. He has a player open up field. It looks like what some of the fans are actually yelling about. Now number 21, PJ Ryan has it. And then Torelli takes the ball back. Passes it to number 12, De Silva. Passes it to Catania. Pass it back to De Silva. Another stop by a Mendham defender there. Now it looks like number 22, Will Chasson, has the ball, kicking down the field to number 10, Ryan Schultz. Now that is hit out by, it looks like Luke Trenacost there, the goalie for the Patriots. Now there's a fight on the opposite side for the ball here. It's driven downfield by a Patriots player looking for an open teammate, which is Aslan Cat. Oh, and what a play. What a play by the Mendham defender to hit the ball out, as Cat had almost an open shot there against the goalie. Maybe the Patriots look to reset here. Ball is passed around the far side of the field. Ball is kept in. And now, Mendham players have it. Number 21, PJ Ryan hits it downfield. Passes to number 22, Will Chasson. Pass it back to number 21, PJ Ryan. Pass it back to Will Chasson. And who? And that looks like that would be...
It'll be Mendham ball, but Jake Hecker was there, and he kind of had a little bit of a flip in the air there as he got tripped up by a Mendham player.
The whistle was blown. I might have to redo that. No, so another player will be throwing this in for Mendham with about 21 minutes to go left in the second half, trying to get something to tie up this game and hopefully send it to overtime for them, or maybe even take the lead eventually. But they just need to get that one goal, take a couple shots. They got to break down Luke Trenikost like what the Patriots did, and was relentless, had 3 times. They missed it, and then they went back and they got it. This is what Mendham's got to do down here with another opportunity to score.
There seems to be some confusion down on the field with the clock. It seems as if the clock was running when it should not have been.
Like number 12, Tim LaRosa came off the field, and now number 7, Peter Bolin, will be coming back. Who actually, they did switch out before, so now they're switching back.
Yeah, there's still some confusion because with the clock there, because of it was running when it wasn't
And now
supposed
this will
to be.
be thrown in by a Mendham player in the middle. Kicked out by Torelli. Passed up to Cat. Cat has a little bit of breakaway here, with a couple of defenders around him. Passed over to Catania. A lot of Patriots players are still on the other side of the field. Passed over to Catania from Torelli. And now defended by number 12, Tim LaRosa. Catania trying to get downfield as the ball will roll out of bounds. And this should be Patriots ball.
With 20 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the second half here, so we're about halfway through with Wayne Hills up 2-1. This will be an interesting 20 minutes coming up here.
This will be thrown in by De Silva. No, it won't. It will be thrown in by Schultz. Ryan Schultz is looking for someone to throw the ball in. As you hear some Mendham fans yelling to throw the ball in. Kick back to number 22. Will Chasson, kick downfield. And now it looks like the Patriots trying to reset. Over to Hecker. Hecker kicks it down the close side of the field. Now we'll go out of bounds. Around the 50-yard line. And this will be thrown in by number 12, Tim LaRosa. This will be kicked to the far side of the field. Looks like Mendham is trying to be a little aggressive here. As the ball is kicked out. And then kicked back in. That was a missed kick right there for the Patriots defender. It's like number 21. PJ Ryan has the ball. And that will be kicked out of bounds, most likely, by a sign down there, number 16. And then this should be kicked in. This will be thrown in by PJ Ryan to number 4, Sean Prince. This ball's in the middle. Number 7, Peter Bolin has the ball. It's kicked around in the middle. And now it's headed out by Catania. Looks like Cat is right there. Ryan Schultz. A little bump in the back, and number 24, Jack McLeod, and is kicked downfield. And it looks like they have Aslan Cat down there as a defender hits the ball out. It is headed by number 9, Schultz, and as Cat has the ball, trying to get downfield. No other teammates around him, trying to get a shot on goal here, and just misses it.
Oh, that was off the corner of the goal by Aslan Cat. That would have been a beautiful goal by him. He had 2 defenders on him, but it did seem like Cappers would not have made that save. It hit the top right corner goal post with about 18 minutes to go in the second half here. Wayne Hills is still up 2-1.
Yeah, Cat looking for a sixth goal there as he will be kicking it in from the corner here. That was very close. Very well defended, though, as Cat is definitely the Patriots' best player on offense. It's kicked in the middle. Looks like it might be too far. And that's kicked out by Mendham defender. It looks like number 22. Will Chassen's down there trying to get the ball past Hecker. As Hecker, looks like that ball will go out of bounds. That's a great play by Hecker with only one-on-one with Will Chassen down there.
There's a lot of yelling from the Mendham bench. I'm not sure what the confusion is.
Looks like number 4. Sean Prince just came off the field. I'm not sure who subbed in for him. It might have been number 13, Collier McLeod, as the ball is kicked over the middle and then kicked out by a Patriot defender. That was close to being an own goal.
Yeah, it was Antonio Terranova there on that kick. That was almost an own goal, but he got lucky to go wide. That would not have been good for Wayne Hills in the semifinals of the playoffs.
Now corner kick. The ball is headed actually through the goalpost, it looked like there. And now this should be Patriots ball. Another missed opportunity for Mendham there. And now this should be a goalie kick by Luke Trenecost. Yeah, you don't want those mental mistakes down there in a big game like this where you want to move on to the finals. The ball is kicked down by Luke Trenecost. A couple players down there.
Just as a little update, Montville is still up 3-0 against Wayne Valley with 20 minutes to go in the second half.
Number 21, PJ Ryan, has the ball as it goes out of bounds. And this should be Mendham ball. Looks like number 11 might be down there. Tyler Cilio. I should have a corner kick here. Mendham trying to take advantage of their possession that they have right now. It's the same thing the Patriots had on their side. The ball is kicked over the middle. Looked like way too short. Now is missed and ball near the goal. And it's over the middle. And looks like it's centered. And the ball is kicked out by a Patriots player. And the ball is kicked downfield. Ryan Schultz has a couple defenders around him, as they're most likely looking to get the ball to Aslan Cat, who's upfield there, their best player. Trying to pass it around. They got an open player in Catania right here on the far side. Oh, and we got a player injured. That looks like number 16, Sign. Yeah. He kind of called himself out there. He stopped running for some reason.
A trainer will come out on the field, it looks like, for Wayne Hills. That is Manute Singh down, number 16. Singh is a senior. We got 2 trainers coming out, so the clock will stop, and both teams will kind of huddle up. Wayne Hills is going back to their bench, and
that's the worst thing. That was a non-contact injury. I hope it's not a knee injury. It could look like a knee injury, maybe a hamstring injury. Maybe could have just pulled a muscle. Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, he is down.
Definitely in pain there.
Looks like they're working on his left leg. So hopefully he'll be able to get up on his own power, and it's not anything too serious, because if Wayne Hills wins, they will have a game on Saturday afternoon, and it'll likely be against Montville. And as I said earlier, they're up 3-0 with about 20 minutes to go in the second half. So with 14 minutes and 54 seconds to go here, Wayne Hills is up 2-1, and we're just in an injury timeout here as Manute Singh is down on the field.
Looks like he's trying to stand up here.
Yep, and he's going to get up with a limp. He's going to walk off on his own power slowly, but it looks like a leg cramp to his left thigh.
He was grabbing his hamstring there. I mean, he could have stretched his hamstring out. Happens often as soccer players when you're running so hard up and down the field. At least he's walking under his own power, so it can't be that bad. Hope Manute Singh gets better and he can maybe come back in this game. Or hopefully, if the Wayne Hills does come out with this victory, play Saturday. as the Patriots are coming back on the field along with Mendham, and then I'm not sure whose ball this should be.
And we're about to be underway again here. Singh is, looks like he is sitting down on the bench.
All right, now this pass down. Looks like number 24 there, Jack McLeod. Ball over the middle, kicked out by Hecker. Headbutted by a Mendham player. Now it looks like Mendham's, they need to be aggressive here. They need to score with only about 14 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this game. As it passed over the middle to number 22, Will Chasson. Will Chasson passes across the middle. A lot of congestion going on down there. It's like they even have number 7 for the Patriots, Aslan Cat, down there. It's number 5, Antonio Tavera, trying to hit the ball out. It's another missed kick by a Patriots player. That looked like number 12 for the Patriots. De Silva actually just missed it, and the ball kind of rolled off his foot. And good thing Luke Trenikoff is there to now kick the ball across the middle. Looks like some Mendham players are sleeping there, not paying much attention. And now Torelli's trying to redirect to Hecker. Pass over to Aslan Cat. Torelli has it now over the middle. He's going to pass it down to one of his teammates.
Just as a little update over there, when new Singh is over there on the bench right now, he didn't put a sweatshirt on and sweatpants like the rest of his players, so maybe he's looking to come back into the game. We'll keep you updated on that as we can see more information, and we'll let you know if he comes back into the game later on, because he's really been a key aspect so far today with some nice passes. I'm not sure if he's gotten any assists or anything.
Now it's stopped by Luke Trenikoff again. Yeah, let's hope Manu Singh, he can come back into this game. It could have just been a cramp. Happens often. Now it's kicked out by Luke Trenikoff across the middle. Headed 2 times in a row by Ryan Schultz. And now looks like Aslan Cat has it. Pushed the defender over. I probably should have got the call there. Now Catania has the ball on the close side here. Looks like number 11 for the Patriots has the ball. And now number 10, Ryan Schultz, has the ball. Trying to find a teammate. Number 13, Collier McLeod, kicks the ball down the field. Looks like number 11 for Mendham has the ball, Tyler Kulo. And then the ball goes out of bounds. And it should be Patriots ball here, as it looks like Luke Trenikoff will kick the ball. About 12 minutes left to go in the second half of the game, with the Patriots leading 2-1. Luke Trenikoff kicks it near the middle of the field. So Ryan Schultz is battling with the defender. Pass over to Aslan Cat, as it looks like he has Catania down the field. Catania's trying to get there with no other Patriots players around him. He does have a Patriots player open in the middle. It looks like Aslan Cat and Tim LaRosa are going at it. And now it's over the middle. And it's a battle between a couple Mendham players and one Patriots player. The Patriots player was Fanis Testillionis. And now the ball is kicked out of bounds. Alright. And it looks like we have another Patriots player down on the field.
Yeah, he does look pretty injured. I didn't see exactly what happened because I was looking at something else on the field, but the trainers are coming out again.
It's not good. I did not see how that happened, actually. I can't tell who that is, though. It looks like a right leg injury, as the trainer is stretching it out. With about 11 minutes and 16 seconds to go, we have another injury for the Patriots. Let's hope this one's just a cramp also.
Yep, they're working on his right leg there.
Looks like his calf.
Hopefully he'll be able to get up and walk off on his own.
Patriots are trying to make substitutions here.
Some fans are yelling just to get him off the field and work on him once he gets over to the sidelines.
Yes, that is actually Mendham fans, of course, not Hills fans. As you want him to be okay, because he might not be able to walk
we
off
still
of his own
can't get
power.
a good look at who that is, but hopefully he will be okay.
We did not see it happen. I don't know if that was a non-contact injury or not. Just like what happened to Manute Singh. And as he stands up on his own power, looks like that.
And it's number 2, Gabe Catania. He's walking off on his own, which is great to see. Slight limp, but hopefully he'll be able to enter back into the game because he's another player that's really been very beneficial for this team.
Yeah, it's a big blow for the Patriots. He's one of their better midfielders. As he's always on the ball on the close side of the field. He's always around the ball. He's always looking for the ball. As he almost had a breakaway there, but he's walking off his own power. Hopefully we can see him back in the game also.
Yep, I'm not sure what player is coming in for him.
I think it might be number 10, Sebastian Semego.
Nah, Sebastian Samaniego has been in for the
Okay.
whole game, so I'm not sure. Looking around to see if I see any new faces. I'm not quite sure.
This will be thrown in by Cat. Looking for Schultz. Now the ball is kicked out by number 12, Tim LaRosa. Kicked downfield by a couple Mendham players. Number 22 has it, Will Chasson. And the whistle will be blown. I'm not sure what that is exactly for.
Looks like they may have been signaling for a handball. I'm not really sure.
So it looks like number 14 for the Patriots, David Gilksman, will be kicking this. And now that's kicked across the middle to a couple Mendham players. Now Aslan Cat has the ball. And that is a great move. As he passes to the other team.
Yeah, those are the moves that you need when you have a couple defenders on you. You need those nice kind of tricks to get you past the defenders. But unfortunately, his pass did get picked off. I'm not sure who it was intended for, but those are great. With about 10 minutes to go in the second half, Wayne Hill's still up 2-1.
Ball kicked over the middle to a Mendham player. And it's kicked out by number 5, Taravona, for the Patriots. And another whistle blown. I'm not sure who that was on. I didn't see much action going on. A lot of screaming here from the fans, as this will be kicked in again by Gilksman, looking to hopefully get it to a Patriots player here, as he kicks down the far side of the field.
Yeah, these are the critical moments here within the last 10 minutes where you can't have any bad calls by the refs in this semifinals playoff game because the winner does go to the championship and will likely face off against Montville. We don't have the word yet that they won, but as far as I know, they're still up 3-0. I believe it's about 10 minutes to go in the second half, but once we get more information, we will definitely let you know. There's a lot of screaming here on the bleachers from fans of both teams.
As the ball is passed in there from the Patriots. It's like number 14 for Mendham, Colin Baker, is guarding the Patriots player. And the ball goes out of bounds. Now this is Patriots ball on the far side of the field. With about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the second half of the game, with the Wayne Hills Patriots leading 2-1. So the ball is thrown over the middle Is headed by a Patriots player, and that would go out of bounds again. That should be Mendham ball as that was hit out by a Patriots player.
There's 8 minutes to go in the second half here, and Mendham will kick the ball up, kick it out.
And he's
Goalie
kicked over
kick.
the middle. It's like Cat headed it, but ended up going backwards. Ryan Schultz hits it across the middle. Ryan Schultz looking for a player. Patriots on the far side of the field, trying to find an open man. Maybe try and get an insurance goal here to take a 2-goal lead, which would probably put this game away with only 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. And now number 16 has the ball, Patrick Gwalkinson. Pass downfield by number 13, Collier McLeod. And that ball is out of bounds. And now this will be Mendham ball. This should be thrown in by number 10, Ryan Schulte. And this will be passed into number 12, Tim LaRosa, as Tim LaRosa kicks it downfield and is headed towards the goal, and it's completely off goal. Looks like Luke Trenikoff didn't really have to put any work in there. Another missed opportunity for Mendham, as Luke Trenikoff should get a goalie kick here. It's like Luke Trenikoff will kick this. Hopefully the Patriots can keep possession of the ball throughout the rest of the half as he kicks it downfield on the far side. Now it's passed down to a Patriots player and kicked over the middle to number 10 for the Patriots. And he has an open shot, and it's blocked, and it is in! That's a goal! That looks like it's number 10, Sebastian Semniego.
Sebastian Samaniego with the goal there with 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the second half. It's a critical part in the game. He's being congratulated by all of the Wayne Hills Patriots fans and his fellow teammates. The chances of them winning go up from here as they're up 3-1, but there's still plenty of time left in the game. Mendham can still make a final push here, but nice goal by Samaniego. That will be his 5th of the season.
Yeah, what a play by Samaniego. Kept driving downfield like I was talking about the insurance goal, and they just got it with only about 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the second half, with Wayne Hills having a lead of 3-1 for Mendham. That ball goes out of bounds. Now there should be...
You could see the Mendham players are kind of rushing to get this started here because they need all the time they can get to score a goal.
Yeah, when the ball goes out of bounds in soccer, the clock just keeps running, which is unfortunate for Mendham right now. But Patriots is probably trying to keep the ball in their possession as Cat takes it downfield. Looks like number 10, Ryan Schultz, hit that. It's passed around by a couple Patriots players, just trying to keep the ball in their possession as the ball goes out of bounds. And this should be Patriots ball on the far side of the field.
Yeah, the Patriots are kind of taking their sweet time here because they don't really see a need to rush it because they're up 3-1. But the Mendham players and fans think otherwise. That's Shoes to pass it in.
A little scuffle down there going on between a couple Mendham players and the Patriots player. Now Mendham kicking the ball downfield. Headed out by a Patriots player. Now back over to Samaniego, who kicks it over the middle to Cat. Cat kicks it downfield and stopped by a Mendham player. That's number 5 for the Patriots. Taravona has it and kicks it downfield. Looks like that might be number 17, Zirban. That might be the substitute that came in the game. I'm not sure if that's number 17 or 11. Four minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Well, the clock is stopping. Now, late into the game, looks like the Patriots just substituted. I think they just brought in number 11, Francis Stallis, and then I'm not sure who they took out. The ball is kicked in by a Patriots player in the far corner.
Just another update. Montville is still up 3-0. I think it's about 2 minutes to go in the game over there at Montville High School against Wayne Valley. So the winner of this game will likely play against Montville once we
And
get the
is
final
driven
word.
downfield by a Mendham player. Looks like number 22 down there, Will Chasson. Pass over to number 21 from Mendham, PJ Ryan. Passed around by a couple Mendham players and then kicked out by number 4 for the Patriots, Torelli. Kicked back downfield by a Mendham player. Ball is headed around a couple times. It's kicked out again by a Mendham player. It looks like number 12. Tim LaRosa will have it, and he puts a shot on goal. It looks like Luke Trenentos is there to save that. That might not have been a goal. It looked like it was a little too far outside. Luke Trenentos kicked it back down the middle. You almost see a little give up for Mendham, especially on the sideline.
About 3 minutes to go here in the second half. The clock is winding down. Wayne Hill's still up 3-1.
Kicked over the middle by Mendham. And his ball is completely kicked out. Almost went through, I think went through the goalposts.
Yes, if this was the sport of football, American football, that would be a good field goal for 3 points in American football. But this is football, not American football here.
Looks like number 21, PJ Ryan. He's a little upset after that one. Completely missing it. The worst is when you completely miss it. You want to have a contested goal so you can challenge the other team's goalie. But Luke Trenentos has been shut down in the past 2 playoff games. Ball's kicked downfield. It's like Mendham's getting a little aggressive as Will Chasson bumps a Patriots player. Ball is kicked out of bounds. Definitely number 5, Antonio Terrona. And now number 21 on the far side of the field, PJ Ryan will have the corner kick with about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Ball goes out of bounds again. That'll be on the Patriots. And now PJ Ryan will also kick the ball in again. Ball goes over the middle. That's hit out by a Patriots player. Is kicked on a goal and is off target to the right side of the goal. Another missed opportunity for Mendham, now with only less than 2 minutes left to go. As this will be kicked in by Luke Trenentos, the goalie for the Patriots. It's kicked downfield near the middle of the field. It's contested by Ryan Schultz and a couple Mendham players. Looks like Kat is also in there with Ryan Schultz, and Ryan Schultz kicks the ball out of bounds. It's passed in by a Mendham player very quickly. They need to get the ball in quickly because the clock does not stop. Definitely getting a little pushy down here by a couple Mendham players, and that is blocked by De Silva. De Silva had a great block there. He threw his body right there.
And we just got the final word that Montville did win 3-0 over Wayne Valley. So the winner of this game will be playing against Montville on Saturday afternoon at Montville. We're awaiting the final results with under a minute to go here in this game, but it seems as if Wayne Hills will win.
Yes, the clock winding down. You better see, hopefully a celebration for the Patriots being up 2 goals and a score to 3-1 with the clock winding down with about 40 seconds left to go. As Torelli is driving downfield, kicks the ball downfield with only 1 Mendham player and 3 Patriots down there. As almost 1 Patriot stumbled. And the ball is kicked back upfield. Torelli kicks it back. Looks like the Patriots have another open goal here. And it's passed, and it is in!
That's Sebastian Samaniego for a second goal of the game. With 23 seconds to go, it makes it 4-1, and that puts the icing on the cake. Wayne Hills will win it with 20 in about 23 and a half seconds. We will get the final word that Wayne Hills won.
Wow, that is a great goal by Sebastian Samaniego. Like I said, there was 3 guys down there and only 1. It looked like Mendham was dragging down the field. That definitely puts the icing on the cake for this game with 23 seconds to go, and Wayne Hills being up 4-1. That's a great play right there. The Patriots players, even you're still up by 2. Might as well keep scoring, get the stats up. That would be his now, I think, 6th goal on the year.
Yep, and now he's tied with Aslan Cat for 6 goals on the year. The clock is winding down with 10 seconds to go. And Wayne Hills will get this victory. Wayne Hills got the victory, and they won 4-1 over the Mendham Minutemen. Let's turn it over to PA announcer,
The Patriots advance
Mr. Hiddinger, with the final word.
State sectional championship. And I can confirm that the top seed Montville has defeated Wayne Valley by a score of 3-0, meaning the Wayne Hills Patriots, the 3 seed, will visit Montville this Saturday for the sectional championship game. And don't forget the Wayne Hills girls soccer team, the 3 seed in this year's tournament, will be traveling to Chatham, the 2 seed, tomorrow. That's a 2 p.m. start. And if they win that game, they would advance to the championship game on Sunday, perhaps against the top seed Wayne Valley. Once again, our final score,
Yep,
Wayne Hills
and so now here again, you just heard it.
The
They're going to play
Patriots will
Montville
go
on
on
Saturday
to the state
afternoon.
championship
Wayne Hills will
Have
be
a
bringing
great
you
day,
that
everybody.
game. We will
Drive
not
home
be live,
safely.
but we will be bringing you that game. And another upcoming event for Wayne Hills TV tomorrow afternoon. The girls soccer team is away at Chatham, and on Saturday afternoon, the football team that I believe Watchung Hills at 1 p.m. We'll get all of those games will not be live, but we will get those to you as soon as we can. Well, that about wraps things up here at Patriot Stadium. Once again, here the final score, 4-1. Wayne Hills with the victory. For Jake Tallarico, I'm Noah Sandler, and we will see you next time here only on Wayne Hills